Assalamu alaikum viewers. Thank you very much that you people have subscribed my channel. I'm really very grateful to you. Thank you very much for viewing the videos and liking it. Today the topic we are going to discuss that is about this Sigmund Freud's psychoanalysis. Sigmund Freud is basically a world-known psychologist, and he is also being considered the father and the founder of psychology by one school of thought. And various other people who are non-psychologists, they value him, and they if they don't know about the psychology, they know the one name, that is the Sigmund Freud's name. So he was basically a practicing physician, and he was practicing in his clinic in Austria. But one day a lady came to him and she said that, "Oh doctor, listen to my story, because I have been moving from one doctor to another doctor, but none of them have given the solution of my problem." And she was facing so much unconscious conflicts. Whenever she told all about her conflicts, and whenever she told all of her psychological distress, and she shared it with the Sigmund Freud. This was the turning point in the life of the Sigmund Freud. And then he decided that I am doing a very another type of practice. There are some people, rather there are many people in the society, other than the physical distress, there is the mental distress. And he switched from the physical treating from the physical disorders to the psychological well-being, and then he put his step in the field of psychology. And afterwards he started doing various things in the field of psychology, and he is being considered the founder of the psychoanalytic school of thought. Then whenever the lady was departing from the clinic of the Sigmund Freud, she said, "Can I come again to your clinic to discuss my issues? Because I'm feeling so much relaxed and easy after expressing all my feelings, after expressing all my thoughts, and after expressing all of those things which are why I was having in my unconscious mind." Sigmund Freud said, "Definitely you can come." And after having the various therapeutic sessions, she has had the catharsis, and she started improving, and she got better with the passage of the time. So Sigmund Freud started an intervention which is known as the psychoanalytic therapeutic technique, and this psychoanalytic therapeutic technique is consisted of various techniques. And what are those techniques? Number one is the free association. Before explaining the free association, I would be telling you what would be the position of the clinic while some patient is here in the clinic for the psychoanalytic therapeutic session. There would be a couch, and a patient or the client is being asked that client can sit comfortably on the couch, and instead of facing the client, the therapist will be sitting besides or behind the client or the patient, because he will never face the patient. Why he will never face the patient? Because there are many things whenever patient is discussing with the therapist. He may feel hesitation, he may feel resistance, he may feel upset, and there may occur resistance while he is expressing his feelings and the thoughts. So this is the clinic setting. Whenever patient is coming, he will be seated and he will lie down on the couch, and the therapist will be besides or behind the couch, and he would be listening all of his thoughts and feelings, whatever is coming in his mind, and he will be noting it down. The first therapeutic technique he will be implying, the therapist will be implying to the patient, that is known as the free association technique. And free association technique is like a word would be presented to the client, and he will be asked, "Don't take any time and just speak up whatever comes in your mind." That is known as the free association technique. For example, if there is a list of the 100 words, there could be the words I would like to give you examples of it: boy, girl, emotions, distress, hatred, and there would be long list of it. What is coming whenever I speak? Boy. So the patient and the client would be saying immediately anything which is coming in the mind of the person, because he would be defining and he would be giving the response whatever is coming in his mind. So whenever he is doing the free association, he would also be noting down the reaction time. How much reaction time is patient taking? If he or she is taking more reaction time, it means that there is some resistance and he needs to think at this point and he needs to think at this stage. This is also known as the uh, resistance. This resistance is coming from the mind of the patient, and that would be very helpful for the therapist. And if you want to know, okay, what else, there would be the list of the word, because that list would be approximately of the 100 words which would be presented to the client. And this is not given in the written form, rather it would be uttered by the therapist, and he would be asked that whatever is being coming in your mind, you can say it immediately without any resistance and without any reluctance. So it could be about the culture, it could be about father, mother, flower, roses. So these are the words which are being presented to the client. Then second one is, whenever the person is experiencing all those things and he has described this thing, the therapist's duty is to note down each and every detail of this free association. The second thing is known as the dream interpretation. The therapist will ask from the patient and the client what dreams you have been experiencing, because according to the Sigmund Freud, there are two types of the dream: manifest content and the latent content. The manifest content is of the this is the type of the basically dreams which are related to the surroundings, which are related to the environment. And if you have been seeing the flowers and you have been to shopping, and if you see in the dream such particular settings in the environment, that is the obvious dream, and it could be uh, this situation can come in your dream. And if it is work related dreams, this type of the dream is known as the manifest content of the patient. This dream doesn't have any serious sort of the problem for the patient and for the patient. The second type of the dream is known as the latent content. Latent content would be the hidden dream, and this type of the dream needs the elaboration by the psychotherapist and by the therapist. And if he is able to explain the dream and he is able to dig the dream, then he can treat the patient successfully. And according to the Sigmund Freud, dreams are the royal road to the unconscious, because why the problems are occurring? Problems are occurring because of the unconscious level. And we all of us are aware about it, that the unconscious is playing a vital role in triggering the psychological sickness, in triggering the psychological problems, and in triggering the psychological ailment and psychological distress. If we are unconscious is smaller as compared to the conscious, then no problem can occur. But if the unconscious is bigger as compared to the conscious, then there occurs psychological conflicts and it leads towards the psychological distress and the psychological problems. Then patient will be sharing all of his dreams, and he would be describing the dreams, what type of the dreams he is experiencing during this particular phase of time or during his lifetime. Maybe there are some dreams which are repeatedly being observed by the patient or by the client. Those dreams should be noted down by the therapist, and he need to give the interpretation to those dreams. If therapist is able to interpret all those dreams successfully, then he can also conduct this therapy very successfully. Then there comes a phase which is known as the resistance. If patient is reluctant to share his feelings, share his thoughts, share his action, share his behavior, or share his various type of the experiences with the therapist, this is known as the resistance. This resistance is coming from the defense mechanism of the patient. And this defense mechanism, everyone is so much strong. There are various people who are extremely strong, who don't share all of those things with their therapist. And if they don't share anything or they hide any point from their therapist, then this therapeutic technique cannot be successful. If they want to make the proper and successful treatment, they need to share each and everything with their therapists. And if there occurs some resistance, that resistance is occurring from the defense mechanism of the individual, and which is coming from the patient side. And there is also a regression, and he's suppressing his various thoughts. He don't want to discuss it with the therapist, and if he will never discuss it with the therapist, he will never be getting the instant solution. The next stage after the dream interpretation, if that is being explained successfully, then they need to have to move an other step that is known as the transference stage. This transference is basically developed because this therapy is such a long therapeutic technique. It would be taking such a long period of time, and sometime the patient will have to visit 5 days a week or 6 days a week, 1 hour daily, and then this will prolong up to years, maybe 1 year or 2 year, because this is a very long method of treatment and this is very expensive method of treatment as well. And whenever they are meeting each other on the daily basis, they have developed some intimate feelings sometimes, and they would be transforming, the patient would be transforming their feelings and emotions towards the therapist. How it comes? Because in the past, how the life have been going on, the client may consider the therapist as a father, as a lover, or as a beloved, or as a person, as a teacher, and they develop the various types of the feelings. If he have been having a very good relationship with the father, he may develop the positive transference. And there are further two types of the transference. One is the uh, positive transference, and the other one is the negative transference. The positive transference is transformation of the positive feelings from the client to the therapist. This is the positive emotions. They are transferring their positive emotions towards the therapist. The next type of the is known as the negative transformation of their feelings. And the negative transformation, if the father have been maltreating to the client, he would be developing the negative feelings toward the therapist, and he will never cooperate with the therapist in this situation. And if he or she is taking the therapist as the teacher, and maybe he's not having a good relationship or the good experience with the teacher, then he will be developing the negative transference towards the therapist. So this is the negative transference in the psychoanalysis. And if there occur or develop the negative transference between the therapist and the client, then it would not be a healthy relationship, and the success rate of the treatment would drop down, and they will never be having a successful therapeutic sessions. So the positive transformation of the feeling is extremely helpful in treating the patients. There occur a third type of the transference that is known as the countertransference. What is the countertransference? Countertransference is basically considered if both the therapist and the client both are involved in the positive feelings, and both are started giving value to each other, and they are emotionally involved with each other, and they understand their feelings and the emotions, and they develop some intimacy between the two. That is known as the countertransference. If there occurs some countertransference, it in very few cases it can develop the problem. Otherwise, there could be emotional attachment with each other. The After a long therapeutic sessions, there would be another technique of the psychoanalysis, and it is known as the catharsis. What is the catharsis? Catharsis is basically known as the talking cure. And what is talking cure? If people are going to the therapist and they are sharing their problems, after sharing the problems, they will be feeling relaxed. After sharing their issues, after sharing their mental distress, they will be feeling extremely satisfied with it. That is known as catharsis. Whenever they are putting their uncomfortability and they are throwing out their uncomfortable situation, and they are talking to the other person and they are sharing it to the other person, they feel extremely relaxed. This is known as the catharsis, and catharsis is the new term in the history of the psychology which was given by the Sigmund Freud. And we must have seen in our daily life that, especially the teenagers, they share each and every problem with the rest of their peer group, and they, if there is any issue or there is any trouble or there is any problem, they are sharing with their friends. They will be feeling more comfortable and more relaxed after sharing it, and this is known as the talking cure. And talking cure must be done, though Pakistani and the Asian people, they talk a lot, and whenever there is any issue, they would be sharing it with their family members, they would be sharing it with their peer groups, they would be sharing it with the rest of the people who are in their surrounding, and that catharsis helps them out to come out of that psychological distress. But whenever we speak about the Western culture and the American culture and the other cultures of the world, people don't talk much. They want to stay quiet for most of the time in their life. So it would be problematic for those people. And whenever they go to the psychologist, they would be sharing each and everything to the psychologist and to the counselors instead of sharing with their family members. The next procedure of this psychological therapeutic technique is known as the termination. Whenever both the client and the therapist feel that after a frequent sessions, after a successive sessions, because these sessions are taking on and lingering on up to years, and 5 days a week they are meeting each other and they are seeing each other, then there is known as the termination session. And patient, whenever the patient is being cured, then they will be saying goodbye to each other. And this is a very successful therapeutic technique, and it can be implemented and it can be generalized in all the psychological clinics, and it can solve their unconscious problems. And what are those unconscious problems? Because unconscious problems are those problems there in the which are there in the unconscious of the human mind, and we need to drag it from the unconscious to the conscious level. And people are not aware of all those problems, but they feel only disturbed feelings and the disturbed cognitive and the disturbed cognition. So the main solution of it is to bring all those unconscious problems to the conscious level by using various psychotherapeutic techniques. And I hope that you remember there are various steps of this therapeutic technique. Number one is the free association, then dream interpretation, then types of the dreams, and after the types of the dream there is the dream interpretation. And after the dream interpretation, there is the transference, positive transference, negative transference, counter transference, catharsis, and the termination. But what are the drawbacks of this therapeutic technique? One drawback is that it is a very long method of treatment. And sometimes people feel fed up of it, that they don't want to visit their therapist every day. Especially in our culture, people never go to the therapist every single day and 5 days a week, and because it will be lingering on up to years. This is one drawback. The second drawback of it is a very expensive method of treatment. So these are the only two drawbacks of this therapeutic technique, but I hope this therapeutic technique is very successful, and it will be removing the psychological distress and the psychological discomfort of the patients, and it would be curing um, to a great number of the people throughout the world. Okay, till then, Allah Hafiz.